So this is a story that happened to this little angel. It will sit on my lap while I tell the story. So, yeah, I don't know if you've ever been to the Lundgren household, but it's actually a little bit more interesting. It's a household you wouldn't expect because it's a fake castle. You think when you go in there that there's this big, beautiful house with arches and blue little things and all little decorations. Nobody lives in the castle. They all live underground in this secret place. And you would think that an underground place would be, kind of dreary, but it's not. It's just fun and magical. And the light comes in trickling, and there's this secret place, and you can look out. And the thing about the underground place is all the windows look into the garden. It is such a beautiful place, and it is hidden, and nobody knows about it because everybody thinks that everybody lives above ground in castles. It's just not true. So there are these young, mischievous little boys, and you know how boys are, and they saw this castle, and they noticed that, there weren't a lot of people going in and out of the castle, because, nobody lived there. But somehow people came in and out, but they couldn't tell where they went. And so they thought the place was just kind of empty. So in the way of boys, they said, this is a place where we could have a little fun. And they crept in. They thought nobody was looking. And, they found the poor little statue. And they said, oh, a football! And they picked her up, and they started kicking her around the garden. Thump, 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 thump. But they didn't know something. The garden was magical. And so the little vines wrapped around this guy, and this guy was going to thump, and he tripped, and he wrenched his ankle, and he grabbed it and said, ow, oh, that hurts. And he went limping off, but his buddies, they didn't care, so they kept going. And another one grabbed the little girl, and he threw her, and he went falling back into the thorn bush, and this roses wrapped around him. He looked really lovely, but the little prickly bits poked into it, and blood bits all over it. He went, ow, 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 and he kept struggling, and the bush kept grabbing him, little poke marks. So he got out, and he was not happy. And the other guy looked at the thing, and so he wanted his friends to play and said they were all pooping out. And so he threw the statue at the first guy who didn't catch it, and she broke her little leg. And as he was throwing the stone, went, aha, I'll get you. And the little stepping stone went ka-chunk, and he fell flat in his face, scraped it up. And, they're boys, so they think, nothing of it, so they keep trying. And the next boy gets up, and they're kind of like, nothing's gonna get me, nothing's gonna stop me, So they pick up the poor little thing with her broken leg, and they're going to throw it again. And all of a sudden, the squirrels start pelting nuts at him. Thump, 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 thump. And he's looking, and he's thinking, that has to be a human. Nobody can hit me like that. I mean, it's just, And he's like, He puts down the thing, and he's like looking up at the trees, and the other kid comes up, and then the flowers know the way to get these guys. They start whispering. And all of a sudden the siren sound comes out. I don't know how flowers do it. It's really amazing. But they sound just like these little sirens. And something about siren sound caused the little three boys to just hover and run out. And they fled, leaving the gate open and everything. Well, the Lundgren who lived there came home in her little green chariot, and she pulled up and she went, oh no, the gate is open. And she knew this couldn't be bad. So she goes look again, and she noticed that there's all kinds of mutterings and stirrings in the garden. It's just fussing at her. And she's looking and looking, and finally she sees the little stone lady, and she's broken. Oh my God. And she picks up the little stone lady, and she's just in tears, and it is just a tragedy. And she had to look for a long time until she found the leg. And she was like, oh my God, how do I fix this? I don't only know how to mend things that grow in gardens. It's my nature. I don't know how to mend the little stone ladies.
She's an angel.
And she is an angel. And, you know, it's very bad to break an angel. Very, very bad. Kind of. So she called all her friends together, and they had different skills. And one said, oh, but she's stone. You can take stone and mend stone. And he showed her how he did this magic potion. He took this powdered stone, and he added water, and he cast this spell, and it was this clumpy, gluey stuff. And he put it right there. He put her leg back in. And it's not totally perfect, but it's all okay. And she's complete again, and she stopped crying. You could just hear her heart and soul. She's just humming again. And so we're putting her back in the garden, and she'll be all happy again. And she will help the garden and just fine. And the three little boys are just a little bit suspicious about going into that garden.
The end?
The end.